hello. It's Friday. Hi, Carol.
TGIF.
Yeah, everybody looking around. It's been a long day. Boy, the big story this week has been the storm after storm after storm in the west. And while much of the focus has been in the northwest early in the week, you could see now on the satellite that there's been a definite push southward into California. By the way, lots of discussion this week about the term Pineapple Express was being used. No. You can kind of see our latest storms. These are coming out of the Gulf of Alaska. There is no pineapple connection with these storms. I guess there could have been some influence earlier in the week in the northwest, but a true pineapple connection, what you would see is moisture coming from the true tropics all the way into the storm. You can see our latest storm doesn't have that. Maybe in our next one there's some, but this is not a true pineapple connection, ever was. But with each of these storms, what's been going on, and let me go back to the satellite here, with each of the storms, the jet stream's been going farther south, farther south, farther south. So that's why we're getting the rain in the Southern California, and that's why we'll get more rain in the Southern California later this weekend as another system comes in. But the storm that's coming in now is going to emerge out into the plain states. And boy, it's been quiet in the plains much of this week, but that's not going to be the case as we move forward. If you take a look at the 500 millibar or the jet stream, you can see this pronounced dip. Look at this coming east. Now, as that runs east, as we get into this weekend, this is Saturday night, Sunday, you're going to start firing up rain and thunderstorms across East Texas and up into parts of Oklahoma and Missouri. So there is going to be the threat for severe weather with that. I think it's mostly going to be winds is the main threat, and certainly there could be some hail. When these thunderstorms first start to form in central Texas, that's where you have to worry about the threat for tornadoes. That initial formation of the thunderstorm Saturday afternoon. So if there's going to be some tornadoes, I think it's going to be with that formation late afternoon, evening, I don't know, central parts of Texas, around the Dallas area, that maybe you can spawn a tornado or two. But I think this is mostly going to be heavy rain and gusty winds.
Someone was asking about Mississippi.
I think your threat in Mississippi would not be until like Sunday. It's Sunday. It's Texas. It's Texas and parts of the deep south Saturday night, and Sunday it would be late in the day on Sunday. And I really think it's heavy rain and strong gusty winds in Mississippi. Can't rule out an isolated tornado, but I don't think this is going to be a big tornado outbreak. A lot of people have been asking, where's the snow? When's the snow coming to the east? That's been the big story. Well, what will happen is not with this storm, but as we move in the next week, there's going to be a step-down process. And what I mean by that is that there's additional storms that are coming out, and each additional storm, here's one Tuesday and Wednesday, starts bringing the colder air east. And what I find interesting is by late in the week, that storm that comes out by midweek lays a boundary down across the Midwest and somewhere along the East Coast, and there's additional energy coming out that would try to form a storm along that boundary somewhere Thursday into Friday. At this point, I'm not impressed for snow in the east. I think if there's any snow with this, and the time frame we're looking at here would be Thursday, Friday, or Thursday night, Friday. I think the computer models that a lot of people look at have it totally wrong with where the front is, where the storm is. So I'm not impressed, for certainly not along the I-95 corridor. If there's snow with this storm, I think it's back across, I don't know, western parts of Pennsylvania and New York State. And even with that, I'm not sure how cold the air is to really get much in the way of accumulation.
Right.
Everybody wants to know when the snow is. You've got to establish the cold air. And there really isn't any, although it is starting to get colder as we head toward the end of the month. But at least for next week, for now, I wouldn't be too excited about much of any snow along the East Coast. Certainly not the I-95 corridor.
All right, thanks so much for updating us here on Periscope, Bernie.